Faizal Khamisa with the newest Edmonton Oilers, Zach Hyman. Zach, let's start right off the bat with the picture behind you. It's very fitting. I don't know my art too well, but my research tells me that's an Andy Warhol, Wayne Gretzky painting or art piece. Safe to say you're excited to be joining that team with that iconic player at the helm.
Yeah, I guess it was fate. I got this a couple of years ago, and it fits. It works. So I'm beyond excited to be joining the Oilers, and I can't wait to start this new chapter in my life.
It is a new chapter, one that comes after several years in Toronto. What will you remember about your time with the Maple Leafs?
I think just, for me, growing up in Toronto, growing up a Leafs fan, it was just so special to play here and to wear that jersey and to be a part of Leafs Nation, not just from a fan perspective, but from a player side of things. And I'll just remember, the arena and just being welcomed by the fans and how much support I got here. And I hope that in my time here, I was able to inspire some young kids to follow their dreams and play hockey. I think that as a kid, I idolized Gary Roberts, Matt Sundin, Darcy Tucker, and to be able to wear the same uniform as those guys was something really special to me.
You're going to be wearing a uniform that, housed a lot of legends as well. Does the history of the Edmonton Oilers come into play when you're trying to make a decision like this?
Oh, it definitely does. I think that it's an element, and also the passionate fan base. I think, every time we went to Edmonton, it was rocking, and the building was awesome. Obviously, this past year with COVID in Canada, we weren't able to have any fans. So I'm sure that starting next year, the fans are going to be even crazier, and to be in a city that cares so much like the Oilers fans do is going to be so exciting for me. And not to mention, to be joining a team that has an opportunity to win was front and center for me. So all the boxes were checked with Edmonton, and I can't wait to get started.
As an unrestricted free agent, you had a little bit of autonomy as to where you wanted to go, or at least options, I imagine, but you made the decision to go to Edmonton, scout out the city a little bit before. Was that always your desire to end up there if it wasn't staying with the Maple Leafs?
Yeah, it was. I think that there was mutual interest there. And for me, like I said, it checked all the boxes. I wanted to go to a team that had the opportunity to win right now, and that was really focused on winning and to play with great players. Obviously, to have the opportunity to play with Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, and the additions that the team has made this year. It was an opportunity I couldn't pass up. And for me, it was really important that my wife saw the city as well and got to visit. She's never been to Edmonton. When you make a decision like this, it's not just a personal decision. It's a life decision. It's a family decision. And I really wanted her to experience what Edmonton would be like. And she loved it. She loved the people there. So as soon as we went there, I knew my decision was made, and, I didn't have to look at other teams.
We'll talk about the actuality of playing with Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl in a second, but have you been in contact with any of those stars just yet?
Yeah, no, I think, as soon as I left Edmonton, I knew my decision was made. I was fortunate, like you said, to get the opportunity to talk to other teams. The Leafs granted me that permission, which I was really appreciative of. So as soon as I left Edmonton, Connor McDavid reached out to me, and I asked him, where do you work out? He's Toronto based, so him and Darnell work out together. Same with Devon Shore. So really wanted to get to know them more and start working out with them. So, started on Monday, and it's been great. And a bunch of other guys have reached out to me and really welcomed me. So it's a really tight group, and excited to get to meet everybody in person and to join that group.
Let's talk about the on-ice fit then, because you've played with stars before, Austin Matthews, Mitch Marner notably as well. You get Connor McDavid and a Leon Draisaitl as well. How do you help them become better players?
Yeah, I think, I've been fortunate in my career to play with some really, really good players. So I'm used to players who want the puck all the time. And I think that those guys, anytime you have that elite skill, you want to have the puck on your stick. And if I'm able to create space for those guys and get pucks back, and I think those guys are so good at creating first chance opportunities and doing things that a lot of other guys can't do. And if I'm able to get them second pucks, third pucks, give them more chances at it, odds are they're going to score. So excited to bring my skill set to Edmonton, excited to play with those guys, and excited to, experience what it's like to be on the home side of things in Edmonton.
I imagine as a player on the opposite team of Connor McDavid, you sit and you marvel at what he does, and you can't really react too much because, again, you're on the opposite team and it probably looks kind of bad. But now that you will be on that bench or on the ice when he does Connor McDavid-like things, how exciting is that going to be for you to witness firsthand?
Yeah, no, it's going to be really exciting, obviously. Hopefully, I can help and give him, more opportunities to, make those highlight reel plays. But yeah, he's obviously a special generational player, and to have the opportunity to potentially play with him was obviously one of the reasons that I chose to come to Edmonton. So it'll be nice to not have to worry about playing against him.
Was there always a sense with you that you wanted that security in terms of term, getting the 7 years?
Yeah, it was extremely important. I think that was important. I think that the no move was important to me. I have a young family, and I want to, be secure in where I am and where I'm living. And, you don't want to uproot and move your family if you have the opportunity not to. So it was extremely important to me. And I think it's a commitment on both sides. The Oilers are committing to me for that term, and I'm committing to them. And in that term, I think that our goal is to win a Stanley Cup. And that's the reason that I'm coming here. And I'm excited about it.
Zach, you are so much more than a hockey player. The first interactions I've had with you had to do with more e-gaming, and we've talked about your children's books and your ventures beyond the ice as well. For those that don't know you in Edmonton, because again, Edmonton fans don't often cheer for Maple Leaf players, don't often learn a lot about them when they are on opposing teams. But now that you're a member of the Oilers, what is it that you want to tell the Oilers fans about Zach Hyman beyond the ice?
No, I think, you'll get to know me. When I'm playing hockey, when I'm on the ice, I give 100% and I'm all in. And I think it's important for every player to have, to be multifaceted and have other interests and things that excite them away from the rink, because hockey is an emotional roller coaster, and you need things that can motivate you and that can stimulate you outside of hockey. And for me, I got a bunch of passions. I write children's books. I've been doing that for years. I have 3 that are published. And I'm also into gaming. Gaming is a big passion of mine, and I have 2 esports companies that I own and that I run. And I'm excited for you guys to learn more about me, and excited to learn more about the city and really see the fan base in action.
Listen, Zach, congratulations. It's obviously a big move, but an exciting one as well, getting to play with a franchise with a history like the Edmonton Oilers. Not often many players get to do that and choose to do something like that. So congratulations on the move, and best of luck in Edmonton.
Yeah, thank you so much, Faizal, and thanks for having me on.